To grease the XT's swing arm, you'll need a loaded grease gun, paper towels, and a safe place to work. If you encounter clogged grease fittings, you may need to remove the tank with a 10mm socket or wrench. Use a hairdryer or small soldering torch as a heat source. Be safe and turn off the fuel first. There are 5 grease fittings located in service areas 4 and 5 on the swing arm. Behind the engine, above the swing arm, you'll find 2 grease fittings. Behind the engine, below the swing arm, you'll find the remaining 3 grease fittings. It's important to clean all dirt from the grease fittings to make sure the grease gun's nozzle fits tightly over the fitting. A clean fitting helps avoid contamination of the injected grease. Perform this task on all 5 fittings. A folded paper towel with a small hole torn into it helps contain oozing grease. Snap your grease gun's nozzle onto the grease fitting and inject grease until bleeding is observed. Move around to each of the 5 grease fittings. Bleeding indicates the journal is completely filled with grease. Sequence isn't important, just make sure you grease all 5 fittings. Clean off excess grease from the bike. Grease fittings can sometimes get clogged and won't take grease. Heating the fittings, journals, and grease remedies this situation in most cases. Use a hairdryer or heat gun first. Apply grease to the hot journal as before. Watch for bleeding grease to make sure the journal is completely full. If you need more heat, a small soldering torch like the one shown may help. This is dangerous and should be used only as a last resort. An open flame can burn parts and present a fire hazard. Stop now and pay close attention to safety procedures. Before any heating is done using an open flame torch, remove fuel tank and drain carburetor. Remove all flammable liquids from the work area and have a fire extinguisher ready. Be careful not to burn rubber seals, hoses, wires, tie wraps, or plastic parts. Remove the XT's 4 plastic cowls with a Phillips screwdriver and 10mm wrench. Squeeze band clamp and remove rubber fuel line. Make sure fuel is off. Remove the seat with a 10mm socket or wrench. Using a 10mm socket or wrench, remove the fuel tank retaining bolt. Be careful not to damage any electricals. Gently rock the tank back and forth while pulling it straight back. Some WD-40 on the front grommets may help. Apply open flame heat to grease fittings and journal until hot. Remember to exercise caution as previously noted in the safety tips. Warm grease if needed and inject into fitting. Journal is full when grease bleeds. Your oil and grease change is now completed. All that's left is go ride and enjoy the unique places your bike will take you. Thanks for watching and best wishes for safe adventures.